Alright folks, Pajungi's Idiot, we are back. Let's roll a case on Facebook. Let's head on to chapter number 2. We found it under Dream Life's dome, and we now have a tail. Yep. Yep. More costume. It's Bellany. Oh! If you're gonna follow us, that means that we are gonna interrogate you. Nice. Suck it. Miss Bellany, how exactly did one of the dome staffers men end up dead on your watch? I failed my duty to protect, and a man died because of my failure. But if he hadn't always gone wandering around like an idiot, maybe this wouldn't have happened. Wandering around? Wasn't Drucker a high-level manager? Couldn't he walk wherever he liked? Well, there was a limit even to his clearance. I caught Drucker tons of times in non-authorized areas. Last time I told him it was a final warning, or I'd build an electronic tracker for him. He told me it wouldn't happen again, but now look. Well, and where did you catch him last time? Lab 15J. I suppose you'll want to have a look there too? Well, you suppose right, if you could point us in the direction of Lab 15J. Let me take my multivitamin powder real quick and I'll walk you over to the lab. This is crazy. This chick's crazy. Yeah, we definitely can't speak about Mortimer with her around for sure. Oh, there's a clue. Face scanner, that's gotta be it. Tie, and then where's the sneaker? There it is. I don't suppose you can tell us what the Dream Life researchers are working on in this lab, Agent Bellamy. Obviously not, Secret Agent Ace. It's confidential, and you're here to solve a murder, not snoop on Dream Life. Well, of course. Well, luckily we found some clues. That blackboard looks pretty low tech. But look, someone wrote a threat to the victim on it. Stay in your own lane, Fred, or else you'll be shocked. You're right, Ace. Given how the victim died, the shock must refer to electrocution. That threat was written by the killer. We better get a sample of stuff used to write that threat. That's a face scanner, right? Wow, this dome place really does have all the cutting-edge technology. Well, scanners are a routine security measure in all labs. It's procedure. Well, police procedure says we must unlock the scanner to see if there's anything on it relevant to the murder. I'm not sure I can... Darn it, I gotta get this. Hello? Ace, well, she's distracted. Let's take these clues back to the station and examine them in peace. Yeah, it's clues. You can't tell us no. It's just strong armor. Alright, so what did they write this with? I guess is the real question. You got a good sample from the blackboard found that Dream Life. Well, let's get to a mirror. Let's do it. Let's do it. This and this and this. Ooh, nice. That's pretty good. Great, Ace. You unlocked the face scanner. This appears to be the last person who came into Lab 15J. There's no name, but he's listed as whatever. You're right. We can't run the face in our database and get a name. Oh, we can do that. Yeah. Nope. Ernesto Vega. According to the database, the most recent user of the face scanner was a certain Ernesto Vega. It says here he's a scientist, so Lab 15J must be where he does his research, and the victim was loitering in his lab. I wonder what Ernesto Vega thought about that. Let's go ask him, and if we run into Agent Bellamy, so be it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I love that we have a tail. That just makes it so much more fun. Mr. Vega, we have reason to believe that Fred Drucker, who was murdered earlier today, was snooping around your lab. First off, it's Dr. Vega. Whoa. Second, Fred Drucker was providing inside oversight for my research, but he wasn't supposed to be here when I wasn't here. It's my lab. Those management types, they never trust people to do what they were hired to do. He even scolded me for keeping my multivitamin powder in my lab instead of my living quarters, as if I couldn't know what was safe to have in my lab. It seems you found the victim to be a bit of a pain. In the geological timescale, it's just a minor annoyance. Well, speaking of geology, does your research by any chance involve the meteorite? Well, I have to stop you there. I know I must cooperate with the police about the murder, but I'm not authorized to discuss anything else. These guys are, tight ship. I like it. They're not doing anything. Hey, Ace, what's going on under the dome? Is Rupert alright? Rupert seems fine and is settling in as Mortimer Pickering. As for the dome, they've got everything. Science, labs, security agents intent on dodging our steps, billiard tables to entertain their employees. Well, funny you should mention billiards, since the killer's choice of writing material wasn't normal chalk. Gotcha. It's a substance that you use to chalk the business ends of a billiard cue. So with the threat mentioning the cause of death written in billiard cue chalk, I think we can go ahead and say the killer plays billiards. Well, the billiards-loving killer doesn't know is that they're way behind the 8-ball. If we don't get moving, we will be too. Let's revisit the crime scene, and if Agent Bellamy tries to glue herself to us again, I'll have some words for her. I can't wait for Jones to get a little high and mighty. That'll be kind of fun. Alright, here we go, here we go. What do we got? What do we got? Satellite dishes back here. Toolbox, that's obviously there. Where's the cap? Water tower, radar, and a poster. Nice. Work harder and be like me. It's a little self-absorbed. Look at this motivational poster, Ace. You're right. That's a victim's face on it. Caption says, work harder and be like me. That seems a little, that could rub people the wrong way for sure. There's also some weird brown stuff in the poster. I'll let you get a sample of that. Nice catch, Ace. There could be a useful clue in that toolbox. Let's dig in. Alright, so what's in? It actually looks creepy AF right there. Maybe you should examine the brown particles you collect from the poster on the microscope, Ace. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. There we go, we found the victim's phone. I don't know what the phone was doing in the toolbox, Ace, but we don't even know how to unlock it. It shows a photo of the victim, so it must be his. Let's get this phone to Kathy. Alright, so we got 1, 2. Well, these shapes I'm not doing a good job of identifying for sure. Ooh, molding clay, interesting. So the amount of chunks collected from the victim's poster of the victim were clay. I didn't see any pottery wheels under the dome. I get it. Special modeling clay, and it's used by architects. Well, we met one architect, but he said he barely knew Drucker. We're going to go have a chat with Skrafinski and find out why he insulted the victim. Although I will say that Skrafinski is an amazing name. What's up, Skrafinski? We're not quite sure what you meant by calling Fred Drucker an arrogant idiot, especially since you claim to barely know him. Alright, you got me. I didn't like the guy, but I had my reasons. One day that loser just shows up in my dome like he owns the place. He had to be seen everywhere. He had to look like he was in charge of everything, or the dome would crumble. He even stole my weekly billiards game with Rosetta, that little jerk. But I built this dome, me. I even designed the electrical structure. I was even the one who recommended my multivitamin powder for all staff, and made it possible for them to get plenty of sunlight. Everybody here is pretty grateful for that, let me tell you. Everyone except for that schmuck. Well, that paints you in quite a different picture, Mr. Skravinski. Stay put, we may be seeing you again. I create this heaven on earth, and you tell me to stay put? Where else would I rather be? Well, you may be out in jail, and we remove you from this place. I mean, that's kind of what I'm leaning more towards right now, honestly. Hey Ace, the phone you found did belong to the victim, and I wouldn't have wanted to be in his shoes even before he was fired. His phone is full of menacing messages from Miss Pierre. Uh-oh. Yikes, that's not good. Death threats? Not quite that bad, but the emails read like they were written by a Marine drill sergeant. Very exacting. Miss Pierre even threatened to fire him if he stirred her vitamin powder drink counterclockwise. Well, Ace, if this is how she treated her protege, I don't want to know if she treats someone she doesn't like. We need to confront Miss Pierre about these emails. Interesting. So Miss Pierre is a little bit of a control freak and an annoying person. I would never have guessed. Never. Seems so shocking to me. She seems so delightful every time we talk to her. Hey, Miss Pierre, we found Fred Drucker's phone, and we had a look at the emails you sent him. It's a weird way to treat your protege. Well, if you really must know, Fred had been slacking lately. I had to put pressure on him. Well, this was a bit more than pressure, Miss Pierre. Well, excuse me for having high standards. Fred used to work hard, but lately he started asking for evenings off. I don't tolerate anything but 100% commitment. Your reputation has taken some hit in recent months, Miss Pierre, at least with the Grimsboro PD. Well, remind me to build a robot police force that won't waste time having opinions. It would be nice to solder some motherboards again. Ooh. So she's a software and hardware. That's pretty good. Ace, the longer we're under the dome, the more it seems like tensions run high around here. It seems like Fred Drucker wasn't the most popular guy, though we still don't know who built the do-it-yourself stun gun to electrocute him. Both Rosetta Pierre and Dan Skrafinski had issues with Drucker, but then again, there's Ernesto Vega, the first scientist we met under the dome. He worked with a victim, though he's refused to tell us what the work entailed. He's also been about as unhelpful as a dome internal security agent, Barb Bellamy, who tried to glue herself to our side to prevent us from snooping too much. What's going on, Ace? Seriously, Ace, I told you not to walk around the dome without me. You need to get to a safe place now. Do they have, like, security measures? Like, what the heck is going on? Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in Chapter 3. It's been Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.